Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for this live presentation. My name is Amista, and what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 minutes of Reiki, followed by tarot readings and help with manifestation, affirmations, things like that. So for the Reiki, we're going to go ahead and get that started right now. And what I'm doing is I'm setting the intention for the Reiki for whatever will benefit each of you the most as individuals. Hello there, Gabby. Welcome, welcome. What are you going to use your Reiki for today? Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Feel free to say hi and participate in the chat. We are doing Reiki right now for 5 minutes, starting at 7 after. That means we'll be finishing Reiki up at 12 after. After that, we're going to get into help with manifestation and also tarot readings. Expansion. Expansion of what? Career? Family? Home? What are you looking to expand? Tooth for you. Gotcha, gotcha. Chakoya, welcome back. Hello, hello. I wasn't sure how many people I would see coming on this late, but this is my first chance to do this today, so glad you guys are here. It's always good to see familiar faces. Always good to see new faces too, but you know. I love it. Very, very, very well, actually, Gabby. Very well. I've been working a couple of days a week, or I shouldn't really say working because it's not work, but I've been reading and doing Reiki a couple of days a week at some local stores. One local store with 2 locations. And it's just very refreshing to be back here where people appreciate what I do and they don't think that they have to save me. Whole different energy here than in the Midwest. So I'm very glad to be back. Shakoya, what are you using your Reiki for today, my dear? We still have 3 more minutes of Reiki. Overall health, 100% health in every single way for Miss Shakoya, please. We've got a lot of energy being pulled all over. Like there's not one body part that stands out or one chakra. Oh, Gabby. Well, you can always get a reading from me other days. You don't have to wait till I'm there. I read all the time. I just read there those 2 days. Well, you know me. I read for people from YouTube too, so I can't just read on those days. I like it when I have 3 appointments every single day. That's what makes me happy. At least 3. One more minute of Reiki. Well, you can have an in-person reading with me when I'm not at the store. We would just have to set up a time for that. I don't know that I would schedule one during the weather we're having right now, though. Because I do live up in the foothills, like 7 minutes off the highway, on a road that is partially dirt. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Unless you have four-wheel drive and you're comfortable driving those kind of roads, I would probably wait until the snow's behind us. I think hectic is a good thing. Is hectic a good thing? Does that mean you're busy making lots of money? I know hectic in my world is a good thing. Oh, no. Well, I'm glad you're still here. That could have got dangerous real fast. All right, so we're wrapping up the Reiki. Time for questions. If you guys want help building an affirmation to help manifest something, or if you want some manifestation coaching, put that in the chat and I'll help you with that. If you want a message from Spirit, put the word Spirit in the chat. And if you have a specific question, put the specific question itself in the chat. And I'm just going to take people randomly. And if you haven't been to my lives for a long time, then you do want to hit the description box so you see how things work around here. Gabby, don't you live, can't remember if you live up north or down south. Don't you live up north? I'm going to clear the cards and then I'm going to start making my list of people. I was thinking. Mimi, did I say hello to you? I'm not sure that. Oh, yes, I did. We talked about what you're doing Reiki for. $78 cards never seems like too many until you're trying to clear the deck. Then it seems like it takes forever. La, da, 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 da. Even further north, where are you living now? Are you still in Colorado? Or are you all the way up to Wyoming now? All right, let's start our list for tonight. Okay, let's see. So Gabby came in first. Guys, don't forget to put a thumbs up on this video if you feel like it's helpful for you. So Gabby wants to know how Trey's feeling towards her. Okay, after Gabby, Chakoya with a message from Spirit. After Chakoya is Mimi. Dentist. Monday. Question mark. You're in Thornton? Gotcha. Die hard. Do you have a question tonight, Die Hard, or do you want a message from Spirit or help with the affirmation? AY, hello, hello. Do you have a question, AY, or do you want a message from Spirit? So far on my list, we've got Gabby, Takoya, and Mimi. Gabby's going to be first. And so, Gabby, here's what I'm going to tell you. You've probably heard me say this many times before. Feelings are transitory. So what I'm going to be looking at are the feelings in this moment, 20 minutes from now, or one text from now, one look from now. Those may be changing. But we're going to look at this morning. How is Trey feeling towards Gabby right now? Well, you guys have some interesting things going on, at least when I'm looking at his version of the story here. Okay, so we start off with the 5 of coins showing up in reverse. 7 of swords. 6 of clubs. So what I'm hearing as I look at this 5 of coins, he's feeling like the odd man out. Now, 5 of coins for me talks about having felt left out, having felt like you're on the fringes of something, and then things are lightening up and you're more a part of things as far as socially, okay? So where he's feeling like you guys are talking more, he still is feeling like he's the odd man out on this situation, whatever is the situation between the two of you, okay? So, sorry guys, my lips were just getting dry. 7 of swords, basically, this to me says he's picking up the pieces. I don't always get that off of the 7 of swords, but I do quite a bit on this deck, sometimes other decks as well. So for this, I feel like he is trying to pick up the pieces of whatever, picking up the pieces from whatever's happened between the two of you guys. With this 6 of clubs in reverse, he is feeling like this is not really going anywhere. He's feeling pretty defeated whenever it comes to the relationship that the two of you share. Okay? Feeling like you don't really know him from Adam or appreciate him, one or the other. Okay, so Die Hard, message from Spirit. Okay. Guys, remember that piggyback messages are a thing. So just because I'm not actually reading for you particularly, if you notice that that message is actually resonating with you, then you want to make good use of it in your life. However, I do want to also mention that if it's not resonating with you, please don't try to stretch it, twist it, scrunch it, run over it, pop it, or anything else to make it resonate for you. Okay? Just recognize that it's not yours and let the people who need to hear it hear it. Nikki, hello. Sure, what do you want, honey? Affirmation, message from Spirit, or do you have a question? You're quite welcome, Ms. Gabby. Anybody else in the room who hasn't been in one of my lives lately, go ahead and check out the description box so you see what's going on here, and then let me know how I can help you in the chat box. You guys, if you appreciate videos like this, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll know next time that I go live. Shakoya, a message from Spirit. You're up next. Shakoya, after Shakoya is Mimi, then Die Hard, then AY. La da 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 da. Here we go, Shakoya. By the way, for those of you who are into the tarot cards, this is my Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg that I am using tonight. I've named this deck Precision. That's the name of my particular deck. La da 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 da, Shakoya. Okay, starting off with the Justice card for your situation covered by the 9 of Cups in reverse. I'm not someone that hollers about karma very often, but I do feel like when this Justice card shows up, we are looking at some type of karmic situation. And I feel like this karmic situation has to do with somebody who is letting go of some type of addiction, whether it's drinking, pill popping, street drugs, video games, porn, gambling. There's lots of different things that could qualify as an addiction. But there's somebody who is letting go of some type of addiction. And I don't feel like it's you. I feel like this is somebody in your sphere of influence. And I feel like this is karmic. So what does that mean when we're letting go of an addiction and it's a karmic situation? That means that whoever this is that has been dealing with this addiction has felt the repercussions of floating along with this addiction for a while. And because of those repercussions, they're realizing, oh my God, I can't keep doing this forever. I don't want these kind of consequences in my life all the time. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at here for your situation, Shakoya. Now, generally, I'm going to tell you, when somebody else shows up in our spreads like this and as a key player, what that normally means is that whatever this person is doing is influencing our life in some type of significant way. Otherwise, they wouldn't show up in our personal reading. All right. Now, best advice for you whenever it comes to this situation. 9 of Swords showing up in reverse. 9 of Coins showing up in reverse. And the Tower showing up right side up. Okay, so 9 of Swords is don't sweat it. Don't worry about it. So you may be in this situation. This person may have decided to quit like 15,000 times, whatever their addiction is. And you may be having the tendency to say, well, is it really going to last this time? Because this is really stressing me out. I would love it to last this time. I just don't know. This is saying don't sweat it. Let it be whatever it's going to be. Okay. 9 of Coins in reverse really is telling me that this person is somebody that you miss from whenever they were still okay, before this addiction had really taken control of them. So you miss the original person that this person actually is underneath that addiction. All right. And with the Tower card showing up, what's going on here? I think as this person is changing, it's really causing you to change your perspective around them. I think you're starting to see them in a whole different light as they are actually going through this transformation. Now, I'm not saying if this transformation is going to stick or not, because I don't have cards to look at that. But I do think that it's going to stick enough for you to start seeing this person in a whole different light than what you have been lately. But Spirit is saying, quit sweating it. Let the cookie crumble how it needs to crumble. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you, Miss Shakoya. All right, let's see here. Make sure nobody sent me any money to try to jump in the front of the line. Nope, not seeing any of that. All right, that means Mimi's up next. After Mimi is Die Hard, and after Die Hard is AY. After AY is going to be Nikki. Pass written exam, 12 February. That's tomorrow. Okay, Mimi, then Die Hard, then AY, then Nikki. Right now we're working on Mimi. Those of you who are new to the room and haven't seen me do a live for a while, you may want to check out the description box just so you know what's going on in the room, and then put in the chat box however it is you would like me to help you today. Right now we've got 4 people in line, and I'm still going to be here for another 20 minutes. You're quite welcome, Ms. Shakoya. At your time zone is the 13th, so you don't know if you've passed a written exam that you already took that you're asking about. All right. Mimi wants to know, will the dentist be able to help her on Monday? Will the dentist be able to help Mimi on Monday? Man, my hair is out of control today. That's the thing about working in front of a camera. You can't get away from how you look. I got this new conditioner. I'm not tickled by it, as my grandma would say. All right. Will the dentist be able to help Mimi? On Monday. The short answer is yes. The dentist will be able to help you somewhat on Monday, but I feel like this is going to be something that's going to take more time than just Monday. Okay. We've got the Four of Swords. I do think that you may be going under anesthesia, but you're definitely going to be in the dentist chair on Monday with that Four of Swords. Okay. Four of Swords to me is taking a break from doing everything that we would normally do, and not because we chose that, okay, because of some type of outside influence. So I think you're probably, if it's not just you sitting in that dentist chair, I think you're probably going to be going under anesthesia, actually. Okay. Three of Coins coming up after that tells me that you guys are going to be coming up with a plan that you can work together to take care of things. So this may be that he's doing something and then he's sending you home with a prescription or sending you home with instructions, but coming up with some kind of plan for you. Okay. With the moon showing up here, this is telling me there's something going on in that mouth of yours that you don't know about just yet. I think you're going to be finding out about it whenever you're at the dentist. Five of Clubs looks to me like there's a few different directions that you could go with resolving this issue. Okay. And it may be that the doctor even takes, or the dentist even recommends, multiple things to do to help you through this situation. Wheel of Fortune in reverse just tells me that this is my card that talks about bad timing. So in this case, by asking if they'll be able to help on Monday, that's where I'm coming up with. I don't think that it will be completely taken care of on Monday. I do think he's going to be able to help you, most especially because of our Three of Coins here. This talks about collaboration. So there's going to be something that can be done. But I think that there's going to be more that's going to need to be done later as well. Okay. All right. Cindy, that's a really good question. Where do you live, Cindy? Like what local area? Like at least what state? Let's see, or what country? Spiritual work. Storefront. New owners. Should she stay or should she go now? You're only saying I'm a gem because you like the answer. If I wouldn't have been able to tell you something that good, would I have still been a gem? Or would you have cursed the messenger? All right, so that was Mimi. Up next we have Die Hard, then AY, then Nikki, then Cindy, and I'm still going to be here for, 36 more minutes. Ontario, Canada. Okay. All right, Miss Cindy. Glad to have you in the room. Look at all those teeth you're showing there and those smiley faces. How appropriate. Okay, Die Hard, you're up next for a message from Spirit. I hope you're still in the room. Die Hard Hexagon. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Since you're staying up, hope you didn't fall asleep in front of the computer, Die Hard. Okay. Here's your situation, my dear. Hello there, Ashika. Welcome back. Knight of Swords showing up, covered by the King of Clubs. Awesome. Glad you're still here and still awake. Ashika, let me know how I can help you in the chat, honey bunny. So what do we have for your situation, Die Hard, with that Knight of Swords and King of Clubs in reverse? Bloop, 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 bloop. I think that you're trying to communicate with somebody who is really feeling depressed and closed off with this King of Wands in reverse or King of Clubs in reverse. This is somebody who normally, when they're right side up, is very outgoing. They like to make people around them laugh. They're very much looking at the bright side of things, pursuing the opportunities that are in front of them in spite of disappointments, kind of unstoppable in a lot of cases. Really good problem solvers, even think outside the box. But with this person showing up in reverse, this is kind of the opposite of that. This is kind of like everything's kind of closed in and imploding. So this is somebody who is, they probably have some type of problem. They're just having a really hard time figuring out how to solve. They're probably not feeling very bright and sunshiny. In fact, maybe the opposite. They could even be drinking a little bit out of the keg, you know what I mean? This is somebody who is just really, if you think about clubs, like they're fiery energy, but when they're down, they're like enthusiastically down as well. They don't get just a little depressed. They're like totally off the cliff depressed. Okay. So I feel like this is somebody that you're trying to communicate with, somebody that you've been trying to actually talk to. And I think you've been actually trying to give them some information that will help them come back up for air, basically. Okay. So that's what we're seeing here, Die Hard. Let's look at your advice. Queen of Coins showing up in reverse. Whoa, that's strong. The Lovers. Dang, and the King of Coins showing up in reverse. Okay, so Queen of Coins showing up in reverse hexagon. Basically, for me, what this talks about, a Queen of Coins in reverse is somebody who has been very generous to somebody with either their energy, time, effort, even finances, okay? And she's doing that in hopes that the other person will be able to improve their situation because of that generosity, all right? Doesn't have to be a queen, doesn't have to be a female, but this is what a Queen of Coins does for me whenever I'm looking at these cards, okay? So here's the deal. This King of Clubs that you've been interacting with, trying to talk to, trying to help, the advice is you have spent enough time, energy, effort on this. It's time to stop. Time to stop. And the reason it's time to stop is because it's not going anywhere. It's just draining you, but it's not going anywhere. Remember I said this type of person, they can be very enthusiastically depressed. They can be very stubborn. Okay. They can be like, nope, I'm just going to feel bad. That's what feels good to me right now. And I'm going to keep feeling bad. All right. So Spirit's basically saying it's time to cut off that generosity. It's time to cut off trying to help them. They're not ready to be helped. They don't want to be helped. Back away. Okay. Back away. Now, with the Lovers card coming up after that, this tells me that either there is a partnership in your life or you should be creating a partnership in your life that produces something that is beneficial and productive. Could be romantic partnership, doesn't really have to be. Doesn't really have to be. Could be business partnership, could be friendship, but it's something that is solid. Like you guys can communicate. You guys are on the same page. You guys can make plans and follow through with plans. Something really nice and solid. So instead of spending all your energy over here where it's getting sucked down the drain, it's time to start collaborating with somebody that you guys can actually create something good and worthwhile and uplifting. And King of Coins showing up in reverse. This is basically saying that if you continue to try to cater to this person who is not feeling good and who is refusing to try to feel better, this ends up becoming a mental health issue for you. So it's really important that you make sure that you don't keep catering to this person so that you can maintain your own sense of sanity. Kind of heavy duty right there. Okay, Ishika needs a message from Spirit. Hope that makes sense for you. Die hard. And here's the thing. I don't think I'm keeping you awake. I don't think you were able to sleep over this anyway. Honestly, this was not going to let you sleep. Shannon Willow, I thought I was past your bedtime, my dear. You usually show up earlier. What would you like help with today, Ms. Shannon? So I'm going to be here for 29 more minutes, guys. And next up is AY with a message from Spirit. After that is Nikki, then Cindy, then Ishika, and then Shannon will be after that with a message from Spirit. I don't know if I will get to all of you guys or not, honestly. But so far we don't have anybody pushing into the front of the line. So far we're going to go in the order that you're showing up on the page. Okay, so AY, I hope you're still in the room, my dear. Everybody remember, put a thumbs up on this video if you're appreciating what's happening here. Also share this video with others as well so that they can benefit also. Those of you who are new to my lives, or if you haven't been to one of my lives in a long time, you do want to check out the description box below so you know what's going on here. Oh, thank you, Cindy. That's very kind of you. AY, message from Spirit. Okay, AY. Wowza, you say. I like wowza. That's a good reaction. I'll take it. All right, so who is this? This is AY. AY, situation, Queen of Clubs, covered by the Devil in reverse. Okay, AY, my Queen of Clubs is somebody who likes to encourage, who likes to uplift. She likes to really be creative, think outside the box. She's somebody who does not let society or culture or church or whatever tell her how her life should be or how she should be. She does her own thing, right? She just marches to the beat of her own drummer, okay? She's not afraid. She follows her path fearlessly, which a lot of us could take a leaf from that book. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm feeling like that's kind of the energy that you're operating in right now whenever I look at you, AY. With the Devil in reverse, this is telling me that you have some type of fear, that you have, Spirit has shown me that you have looked down the barrel of the gun of that fear and it no longer makes you shiver in your boots anymore. Okay, so this is the situation that Spirit wants me to talk to you about. Here's our advice. 5 of Swords showing up. The World. And the 7 of Coins in reverse. Okay, so for whatever this is that you have faced your fear, it looks to me like it may be some kind of creative venture or business venture. The 5 of Swords to me talks about get in the fight. If somebody's fighting you on this, or if this is actually taking a fight, if this is a struggle, 100% get in there. Get in there and take it on. You've got this, okay? You've got the World showing up right behind that. That tells me you're going to meet whatever your target or your goal is, but you are going to have to fight for it. It's not going to be something that just falls in your lap, okay? And then with the 7 of Coins showing up in reverse, this is telling me that whatever this is going to have a payoff. The payoff isn't going to happen as fast as you're thinking it's going to happen right now. And it also may be that because you haven't seen that payoff just yet, you may be thinking, well, is it really worth it or not? This is Spirit's way of telling you it is worth it. That payoff is not happening just right now, but it is worth it. Okay? So you want to keep moving towards your target or goal. And yes, you have faced a fear. Don't let that fear hold you back. No. Time to keep on trucking right on down the road. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you, my dear. That was for AY. Okay. Next up, Nikki. Will Nikki pass the written exams that she took on the 12th of February? Nikki, where do you live? Sorry, the 13th where you are. Is it? Oh, it's the 12th today. I was thinking it's the 11th today. It's not. Never mind. All right. Well, Nikki passed the written exams that she took on February 12th. La da da da. La da da da. But I thought this was going to be a yes straight up, but we've got a tie here. Why do we have a tie here? What's going on? Let's walk through this. You've got Temperance, which talks about things being in balance. So whatever's going on, you're pretty balanced as far as what you're doing whenever it comes to this. Okay. This to me says, you've studied, you've prepared, you've done what you need to do. Lovers in reverse, I'm not so thrilled about. Lovers in reverse could be that was some type of problem with you actually taking the test. But you've already taken this test. So what is this? Unless there's some type of problem with calculating the test. I just don't like that. Lovers in reverse card to me talks about some kind of partnership that's not working. You're at a stalemate. You're at some kind of tie. Okay. So I'm not taking that as a good card. King of Coins showing up here to me indicates that you may have to put more money towards another test potentially, or that something happened whenever you paid for this test that the transaction didn't go through and you're going to have to go back and redo that transaction or something. There's something there having to do with money regarding this test. Judgment card in reverse is another one I don't like. This says that you have a second chance at this test, but with it being in reverse, I don't think you take that second chance. And the Knight of Clubs says that you have other ideas of things that you can be working on, and I think you kind of go, you know what, I don't need this drama. I've got other things I could be doing. I'm just going to go work on those for a while. Maybe I'll come back to this later, maybe not, but definitely not wanting to deal with it at the moment. Well, I understand you want to know if you'll pass. I don't think you will. I don't think that you will. And I think you're going to pass. You're going to pass on a chance to take the test again. I think you're going to end up doing something different. Sorry, honey bunny. I think you're going to like the different thing, though, if that helps. You're welcome. Okay, Cindy, thank you for the gift, my dear. I appreciate that. Let's see, Cindy. Spiritual work, storefront, new owners. Okay. So, at the storefront where Cindy's been working, now that there are new owners there, is it time for her to move on to something else, or is it better for her to stay? Move on the off the top, or stay off the bottom? La da 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 da. If you're going to move on, I would not do it now. I would wait until later. I definitely see that it's a good idea for you to stay. At least for now. So, when we look at if it's a good idea for you to move on, we come up with the King of Swords. And the King of Swords says, handle this situation logically. All right, don't let emotions get involved. And it's real easy to let emotions get involved when we've got ownership changing hands of any kind of business, because, and even more so with energetic business, I think, because we're used to how things were the old way. And when things start to change, you know, we're humans, change, especially depending if you're a fixed sign or not, can really be kind of sticky. All right. 9 of Clubs in reverse. I don't think you're ready to move on. I think that this could be a part of your bread and butter. And so you may not really be ready to move on. You're not in place for that. 3 of Coins. This really, I'm going to change this. I'm not going to say don't move on yet. I think I'm going to say don't move on. 3 of Coins talks about collaborating. This just means that, you know, this is really encouraging you to create some kind of bond with these people, do something that collaborates with them so that you can get to know them better and they can get to know more about you as well. We have the Fool here, which talks about the leap of faith. The fact that it's coming up in the spread the way that it does right after our collaboration card, I think this is saying that once you actually do collaborate with these people more and you get more of a feel for them, I think that this is going to be a great new beginning, but it's going to take a little bit of time for that bond to gel. Right now, I don't see it gelling. So it's all about trying to be logical right now. Right? And that's basically the advice Spirit's given you. So you're already on the right track. And then the last card with the 6 of Cups, to me, this talks about, you know, someplace old, someplace you're very familiar with. This talks about staying right there. This is already your place that you're very familiar with. So it's a Fool card at the 6 of Cups. This is telling me you're going to end up with a whole new beginning right here after you collaborate with these people on something or other. Maybe even you just renegotiate terms, you know, or maybe you collaborate with them when they go to like a big psychic fair or something, who knows, or maybe you do like a gallery reading for them, or, you know, something that you don't do right now. Anyway, I think that's going to change how you see things. It's also going to change their perceptions of you and help you both to move forward with each other more solidly. When you've got somebody new coming in at a store like that and they don't know everybody there so much, they do kind of need some time to get familiar and to get up to speed. Now, where I looked at, is it a good idea for you to stay put? We also have some cards that are nice there. Ten of Coins. This is your moneymaker. This is a nice, stable, reliable moneymaker for you. Knight of Coins. Keep working that moneymaker. Shake your moneymaker. Don't shake it up. Keep working there. Keep it stable. Queen of Coins. If you look at it, really, it has everything that you want it to have. Okay. Justice card in reverse. For me, this is like reversing a divorce. The Justice card right side up is a divorce. Justice card in reverse is reversing a divorce. Not getting a divorce. Maybe even remarrying, but usually just changing your mind on a divorce. And Seven of Coins. It pays well and it offers fulfillment. So, yeah, there's changes, definitely. That's always going to happen, but hang in there. Be open-minded. Just because it's not what it used to be doesn't mean that it's bad. Okay? And besides, who's to say that by getting to know you more and some of the other practitioners, if there's other practitioners there more, that they won't change, that they won't grow? Because I'm imagining they will. You're quite welcome, quite welcome. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. Alrighty, those of you who are new to the room, check out the description box, see what's going on here. Those of you who have not been here before and you like this type of live stream, then go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know next time I go live. I also do predictions for every single sign every single day, and I do private readings as well. You can find out all about that on my website, which is in the description box below. Let's see. Exactly, and that's basically what Spirit's saying. Yeah, things are different. Hang in there. Hang in there. It's just a transitional phase. Let's see. Ishika, are you still in the room? Hi, Gloria. Welcome, welcome. Did you read the description box yet, Miss Gloria? La da da da. Ishika, you're up next. You still in the room, my dear? Message from Spirit for Ishika. There she is. Woot woot. Here we go. I'm going to be here for about 13 more minutes. After Ishika, next in line is Shannon. Nobody has put themselves at the front of the line yet, so Ishika and then Shannon. Yay. So what would you like me to help you with? Do you have a specific question, an affirmation? Or would you like a message from Spirit? Okay, so Ishika's message from Spirit coming up right now. Coming up right here. La da 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 da. What kind of time frame are we looking at, Gloria B? Like in the next 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, 3 decades? What do you want to know here? I don't want to be looking at what's coming towards you in love when you're 92 if you're only like 34 right now. Let's be specific, please. All right, Ishika. Let's look at your situation. You've got an 8 of Cups showing up right off the bat for your situation, covered by the High Priestess. Okay, so Ishika, this is just telling me that you have a situation that you're walking away from because it left you feeling depleted or exhausted. And, excuse me, how is this High Priest coming in for Ishika? High Priestess. I think that you're not telling everybody that you're walking away from this situation. You're just not comfortable sharing that news just yet. Okay? 3 months for Gloria B. Left 3 months. Okay. All right, so with Ishika, best advice comes up around this situation as the Queen of Clubs, the Devil in reverse. Boy, we saw these 2 cards already, and the Star card. Okay. So here's the deal. You're walking away from something that you're not really letting everybody know you're walking away from. And you've got some kind of idea about something that you can do instead moving forward. Okay. Something that's creative, something that relies on your own self. All right. And it looks to me like you've been really fearful about taking this leap and getting out there and doing this thing that really relies on you. It's time to really face down that fear and just go, you know what? If I don't ever try this, I'm always going to wonder how it would have worked out. I need to get out there and do that. Like that should be the thing you fear more, is never knowing what would have happened than what if I get out there and don't do well. Okay, so you want to kind of shift that fear so that you can mobilize yourself instead of being paralyzed by it. All right. And then what we have following is the star. Look for the positive, look for the hope, expect the best, and focus on the target, focus on the goal. So get out there and do it. You're already in a situation where you're walking away from something. This is the perfect opportunity to walk into something that you've been wanting to do for a while. Okay? You're still in prime opportunity to do something you've been wanting to do. Okay. All right, so that was Ishika. Next up is Shannon. And then Gloria B. I've got 9 more minutes. I'm going to be here. And as soon as the 9 minutes are up, I'm probably going to be taking off. Unless somebody motivates me to stay. Woo woo. Glad you're still here. Okay, Shannon, message from Spirit for you today, my dear. Miss Shannon, Miss Shannon. La da 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 da. Guys, I do offer private readings if you don't want to ask a question in public, or if you need more information than what comes out here. You can find information on my private readings on my website, which is in the description box below this video. La, da, 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 da. Alicia Bell, it's been a while since I've seen you. How are you, honey bunny? I would say, Miss Alicia, if you haven't already, check out my description box so you see the different ways that I'm offering to help people today, and then let me know what I can do for you. All right, Miss Shannon, here's your situation that we're looking at in your message from Spirit. We've got the Knight of Cups going up at first, covered by the Knight of Swords. La da 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 da. This can be some really different energy, actually. Okay, so for Knight of Cups can be talking about a couple of things. It can be talking about doing something romantic with somebody else, but it's definitely an action card. Knights are action cards, okay? So doing something romantic with somebody else, or doing something to pamper yourself, okay? And then the covering with the Knight of Swords, I feel like there's somebody talking to you about this, whether you're pampering yourself or doing something romantic with somebody else. Either way, you've got somebody coming in that's talking to you about this. They're like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that with that person? I really don't like the energy that I'm feeling here, because I feel like this is, it's questioning energy, but I feel like it's coming from a sort of critical stance. I feel like if you say the right things, you can kind of turn around their judgmentalism. They're not completely closed off to hearing what you have to say, but their initial slant is kind of judgy. Grr. Okay, so let's look at your best advice here. Temperance. Keep your temper. Don't get aggravated just because they're asking questions with an attitude. Page of Clubs showing up in reverse. And 3 of Cups. Friends are so important, aren't they? So first of all, definitely keep your temper with that temperance card showing up. Also with the Page of Clubs, there is something that you're going to realize that you need to do. Not something that's very exciting, not something that that makes you very thrilled. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking that you're able to tell somebody else that they need to do this thing. It may even be your Knight of Swords coming in with the attitude. I think you're letting them know, hey, you know what? There's something that needs to be accomplished. It's kind of tedious. It's kind of mundane. It's kind of boring, but it still needs to be accomplished. How about you get on that? All right. And then with the Three of Cups, this is your support group, your support network. This is people that you talk to about, when people treat you in an unreasonable way. These are the people that you go to for that sanity check when you're going, you know what? So-and-so just said blah, blah, blah. Does that not seem a little out of line to you? Or is it just me? Have I lost my shit? Or is this person really a bleep bleep? Okay. So go to friends, talk to friends, get that moral support of friends. Let this other person know they need to take care of some business and quit criticizing you. And you just make sure that you don't lose your temper in the way that you say it. Okay, that's for Miss Shannon. Okay, I'm going to be here 4 more minutes. I've got 2 people in line. One is Alicia, one's Gloria. Gloria is first. Alicia's behind that. Alicia, I'll be really surprised if I get to you tonight. However, if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you can catch me the next time I go live. Or if you need an answer sooner than that, then you can always get a 1-question reading off of my website. Or if you need a full-on reading, you can get that there too. Okay, so Alicia, you've put 2 questions here. So if I do get to you, I'm going to need you to pick which question you actually want me to look at. Let's see. Gloria B, are you still in the room? Isn't that funny? I was just thinking too, seems like trends and tribes are coming up a lot lately. Support network. All right, Ms. Gloria, here we go. Gloria B. What's coming up in love for Ms. Gloria B within the next 3 months, please, kind spirit? Gloria B. Gloria B. That kind of sounds like I am, doesn't it? Gloria B. La da 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 da. Here we go. Love for 3 months. Okay, so the first thing that we have coming up here is we've got a King of Clubs showing up in reverse. So King of Clubs in reverse is telling me that you've got somebody who is basically on your radar, if you want to say. And I feel like this person is somebody who is feeling pretty pessimistic about where things can go. They may be feeling pretty pessimistic about their life in general. They may feel like they don't have enough to bring to the table to actually make anything go, or they may just feel like this relationship doesn't have enough. It's not strong enough to actually go forward. So that's going to be somebody that you're dealing with now. If you're not dealing with them now, you will be within the next 3 days. Okay. Now, next card that we see coming up with this 3 of Clubs coming up in reverse, this is telling me that about 2.5 to 5 weeks from now, you are going to be having at least one encounter, maybe multiple encounters, where I'm feeling more like one though, where you've got somebody who, they want to have some fun, but they don't want any strings attached, so they're not going to be trying to make any commitments. They're not going to be trying to make any long-term plans. They just want to have a little bit of fun in the haystack and then be on their way. Okay. Next thing that we have coming up, about 1.5 months from now, with that 3 of Swords showing up, I think this person that doesn't want to make any kind of plans, I think that's a heartbreaking situation for you. So this is telling me, of course, free will, we can change anything. You know, we don't have to have these things that show up on the table actually happen. So with free will, with this showing up in the middle of your spread, right after this person who really doesn't want to make any long-term commitments or anything, you want to be asking some questions before you start rolling in the haystack with anybody. You know, you want to be finding out what their really intentions are, what their motivations are, where they're coming from, what their goals are, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. You want to find all that stuff out before you give away the cookies, because that's going to help with that whole Three of Swords. You don't have to have a heartache or a heartbreak if you already know what's going on and where this person is coming from, and you don't come into that situation going, oh, well, I can change them. I'm going to be the best that they've ever had, and this is just going to work out wonderfully for me. Let's not be naive, you know. Let's take a person at their word. If they say they're not looking for anything serious, okay, I am. We're not compatible. See you later. Bye. You know, that type of thing. All right. So definitely, pre-screen. Now, next thing that comes up, Knight of Swords showing up in reverse. I really feel like this is our person here who did not want to make any kind of commitment in the past. When you actually realize that, that's heartbreaking. I think they're coming back trying to tell you everything that you want to hear. I think this is the same person. Our Knight of Swords in reverse. This is somebody coming back, twisting the truth, telling you lies, just saying everything that you want to hear now, because now they know what you need to hear. And so now they're saying it all. Nay. Don't be falling for that. Okay, Miss Gloria B., don't be falling for that. He's already told you what he really wants. Let him get on down the road. Nine of Swords in reverse. Don't stress out over any of this stuff. Don't stress on it. Lots of fish in the sea. Lots of people who are better suited to you than this person. Okay? So that's what we've got going on. That's Gloria B. Maluti. Hello. Welcome. So guys, I've actually been here for an hour, so I'm not going to be taking any more questions right now. Those of you who would like for me to take questions, then you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know the next time I go live. And maybe I can get to you before I leave that day. You're quite welcome, Gloria B. And then I also do offer private readings. I offer 1-question readings or 2-question readings if all you have is 1 or 2 questions. If you need a live reading where you want to be able to ask a bunch of questions, then you can schedule that with me as well. All of that is available. All that information is available on my website. Contact information is also available on my website. So if you have any questions or if you need to schedule something, all you have to do is get a hold of me. Easiest way to reach me is to call me or to text me. Emails tend to get lost sometimes, so it's better to call or text. And if you don't live in the United States, you can get a hold of me on Skype or you can get a hold of me on WhatsApp, either one. And I think that covers all of that PSA stuff. I do want to thank you guys for being here and spending some of your precious time with me. I appreciate it greatly. This is fun for me. I love to read, so this is always fun for me. So thank you very much for allowing me to have some fun with y'all. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.